So if we're trying to look at f of x and g of x and set those equal to each other, we'd have x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 11x minus 19. We want to get all of our x's on one side. We want to set one side equal to 0. And so let's move the 11x over. So I'd have x squared minus 9x, add the 19 over, plus 20 equals 0. So then I would have to solve this. So I'd have to look at all the values. I'd have to factor. And should be an x minus 5 and an x minus 4. And that would give me an x equals 5 and an x equals 4 for my solutions for number 5. Now if I want to look at number 8 and try to find the domain, I need to find out where root x minus 7. So when is x minus 7 greater than or equal to 0? Well, I don't know if I want it to be equal to 0, so maybe I should get rid of that piece. Still keep the greater than, right? But if it equals 0, I have a undefined term. So I would just need to say, well, when is x minus 7 equal to 0? And that's when x equals 7. But if x equals 7, I would get a 0 up there, and I'd have an undefined value. So let's not include 0, and I want x to be just greater than 7. Or in interval notation, I would have that. That should be your answer for that one. On the very last problem, we have the difference quotient, and we're looking at 3x squared minus 9x. So let's look at that one. 3x squared minus 9x. Now when you're doing the difference quotient, you first need to find out what f of x plus h is. So wherever you see an x in your function, you're going to put x plus h. So I'd have 3 times x plus h squared minus 9 times x plus h. Expanding that out, you get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And then we still have the minus 9 times the quantity x plus h. Distributing more, and we have this. Make sure you get that negative sign to that h. And then lastly, we can group those together. Actually, there's nothing to group together, right? No terms that we can group. So now we can complete the difference quotient. So the difference quotient takes f of x plus h, which we just found. We subtract our original function, and we divide it by h. So my f of x plus h was 3x squared plus 6xh plus 3h squared minus 9x minus 9h. So that was this piece. And now we're going to subtract off our f of x, which f of x was just 3x squared minus 9x. And all of this is going to be divided by h. Now, if we did it correctly, 3x squared minus 3x squared minus 9x minus a negative 9x means plus 9x, so that goes away. And I'm left with 6xh plus 3h squared minus 9h all over h. Now we can factor out an h, and then we get rid of that h in the denominator, which will be helpful when we start getting to a calculus class, because we're just left with 6x plus 3h minus 9.